Okay, so this video is going to be a Spider-Verse live action showcase for minifigures, and I'm going to need more space. Um, hmm. Suppose I can move this up over here. I'll start with a smaller group of characters. Up first, we got a wacky-haired Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. This is the original one from the early 2000s. Take the hairpiece off here. I gave him a web with a beehive and a web shooter gun. And then I gave him a wacky hairpiece from the Lego Ninjago movie, because why not? Then, like I showed in the previous video, we have Electro. This is based on Spider-Man No Way Home. I also have one based on Amazing Spider-Man 2 that we'll get to in a minute. Doctor Strange, because of course he's in No Way Home. The Iron Spider with added slippers, hair, and he has webs that he's using here. He has arms, like Doc Ock. Speaking of Doc Ock, here he is, with extra web pieces, dagger and camera, like I mentioned in my previous video. Then here is my first Thanos. So that's cool. I need to glue on the Mind Stone on that one because it doesn't want to stay and I don't want to lose it. Then we have Peter Parker. This could be either of the Peter Parkers. I'm going to claim that it is Tobey Maguire, since he was actually more so the photographer than the other two. So there we go. MJ once again. The What If Spider-Man. I know this is based on a cartoon. However, I figured that since in No Way Home, Spider-Man had Doctor Strange's cape on, although it was trying to attack him momentarily or briefly, I'd include it in this because it is based on Tom Holland still. Speaking of Tom Holland, here's his homecoming suit with added slippers again, and hair, and a pistol for webs, of course. Here's his inside out No Way Home suit right there. Looking good. Here's the Spider-Man trifecta. Green Goblin. Ned once again. Then we have all these guys to go over. This will be a while. You may have noticed already that these are not all minifigures. There's big figures like Hulk, and then there's the buildable or a buildable figure that we'll get to in mere moments. Okay, we'll start off with the one that's basically a technicality because this version was not the version that met Spider-Man, and that is the Captain Marvel era Nick Fury. Nick Fury himself did meet Spider-Man, but it was not this version, so it's technically not supposed to be included here, but is. Then we have my off-brand Thanos, but it looks like the regular live-action one, so there we go. Hence his spot here. Then we have the Mark 50 Iron Man with a jetpack, a stinger, and a blaster. Heads-up display. And yeah. Then we have White Vision. Now technically this version has not met Spider-Man, but the other version has, the regular one, and it's the same character, technically. So, I count it. Speaking of the other Vision, here's Technicolor Vision, or the regular Vision with an added vibranium thrower, gun, and hat. The other one just had an added hairpiece and blaster. And you can't have Vision without his wife here. So we have two versions of Wanda with another one or two over here somewhere in this mess. Then we have Giant Man with two miniature Ant-Man figurines coming off his hands. So that is kind of cool. You can swing down and see his mouth there, or have it up. Very cool. Gotta put him in here early on because he takes up a lot of space. And then from Homecoming, we have the Vulture version 2. There's another version in here somewhere, like with Wanda. I think there's actually two more Wandas, but anyway. He has a jewel and a gun, gold webbing on his thing because he came with the inside-out suit. And then we have Meek, who was present at the battle at Avengers Compound with an added hat, because why not? It looks cute. We have Valkyrie version 2 here. She was involved in the Endgame final battle. We have Iron Man from Spider-Man Homecoming. A Chitauri from the Endgame final battle. Age of Ultron Hulk. I know this version technically hasn't met Spider-Man, nor has the other version that I have, which is Ragnarok Hulk. But the Hulk himself has met Spider-Man. So, there you go. Then we have Cole Obsidian right there. He's one of the children of Thanos. We have a Sakaran soldier, again, Endgame. War Machine. And he has these two shield pieces that he's not supposed to have. Looks like that underneath them. But I think he looks cool with the shields, so he gets to keep them. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's his face. He's a happy guy. Then we have Rocket Raccoon. Again, that version hasn't met him, but technicality. Thor. Bro Thor. This is when Thor was fat. I gave him an axe piece and a and Mjolnir and a surfboard. Whee! Here's Stormbreaker with Thor added gun. Nebula from Guardians Volume 1. Technically not the version that met Spider-Man. Cap. Did you meet him too? Yeah, I stole the shield. What? Another Iron Man. This one's happy. Here's the Mark II, which is super faded, and he has a Sokovia briefcase. Civil War Falcon with pizza on the back. because he's hungry. Amazing Spider-Man 2 Electro with Ray's hairpiece added onto him. Rocket Raccoon with big guns. Don't mess with him. Bruce Banner with an oxygen mask, claws, and a baton. Here's a Outrider alien. Drax. They met on Titan. An Iron Man with a one-piece helmet mold, because it looks like it's based on an MCU model. The Mark 7. Bucky. T'Challa with a Wakanda briefcase, because why not? Gamora. Rescue with a bandit mask. That's Pepper, by the way, in case you didn't know. That's what Pepper's called when she's wearing armor. It's Rescue. Then we have another Rocket and Iron Man 3 Pepper. J. Jonah Jameson, not based on the movies, but close enough. Captain Marvel. Hey, Peter Parker, got something for me? Tony Stark. Okoye. Age of Ultron cap with an added hair and shield. Shuri with a little Ant-Man on her gun. Alternate Wanda. This is 838 Wanda. The Sandman. I know technically not the version from No Way Home, but his hand is inside the Statue of Liberty. Proxima Midnight. Another Captain America from Age of Ultron. Groot. Mark 85. Aunt May. Did she have something in her other hand? I think so. Anyway, another Outrider with different weapons. Another one with different weapons still. Venom. He became aware of Spider-Man in Let There Be Carnage. Iron Patriot. Holiday Nebula. Star-Lord. Iron Man Gold. Hydro Man from Far From Home. The Mark V holding the Mark V briefcase and a cell phone. The Red Snapper with energy blasts. Ant-Man with a shrink and grow gun and then a trophy. A heavily armed Outrider. He's got guns in 5 of his 6 hands. They're handy. Another version of Valkyrie. Teen Groot, or Infinity War Groot, whatever you want to call it. Iron Man Mark III. Thor. Mark 50. This is the Civil War cap, or Iron Man, I mean. Then we have Korg. Pepper from Iron Man 1. Mantis with a chicken, or turkey. Christmas tree Groot, where I added a gold statuette and a fire sword coming out of a fish. Give me the Tesseract or I'll gut you like a fish. What's a fish? Excuse me? How can you not know what a fish is? If I'm being threatened, I'd like to know with what. Violence. A violent death. Loki. Season 1. Then we have another Winter Soldier. Hawkeye. I've seen the new Hawkeye based on the TV show. Looks pretty good. This one's cool too. Little Thanos. The Gemini. The nightclub armor. An outrider that got captured. Iron Man 43. My other Vulture. Mark 1 version 1 and version 2. Mantis with music for Peter. Quill. Speaking of Peter Quill, Star-Lord. Natasha. Banner. Mark 6. 50. 42. 43 with money. The Shocker with a added helmet and second glove. I think in the movie he only had one. But Captain America Falcon with a Justice League shield. Crossovers welcome and encouraged. Get on it. Doctor Strange again. This one's based on Infinity War. The Heartbreaker. Tony with a spider tracer and a hammer. War Machine. Age of Ultron Thor with Loki's scepter and a hammer. Mjolnir. Another heavily armed outrider. Rocket. Mark 45. T'Challa. Cap. Gwen Stacy. And the technicalities, because I'm not sure if they're actually going to meet Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man or just be aware of him, is Sylvie and variant Loki. They are technicalities because I watched a TV spot that had Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man in it for a brief second. I'm not sure if he's going to cross paths with Loki and Sylvie or not, but there you go. So that is my minifigure showcase. Hope you liked it.